and myself, we want to thank you for being here to bring witness to the life of our beloved son, Joe. For the past few days, we've been overwhelmed at the outpouring of love and support and have enjoyed hearing all the wonderful memories and stories that many of you have shared with us. We have been reminded over and over again the effect that Joe had on so many people. And the recurrent theme has been that of strength, perseverance, and a wicked sense of humor, emphasis on the wicked. I do believe that that sums Joe up pretty well. We've also received many compliments on the life that Tommy and I and our family have built for Joe. And let me say right now, in front of everyone, hello, Rocco. I'm glad you're here. I want to say in front of everyone that being his parents and loving him was the absolute easiest and hardest thing we've ever done in our lives. But our job as parents to help create a strong, persistent kid was made so much easier because of all of you. And that's what brings me to my point here. That's what I want to talk about today. I want to thank our family, my side and Tommy's, all of Joe's two aunts, Carolyn and Mimi, the absolute best aunts in the world, and did everything that we ever asked and possibly could ever want. Uncles, cousins, first cousins, second cousins, first cousins once removed. We've got them all here. And there's nothing better. And our friends, oh my God, they're all sitting together right there. There you are. Our friends have been supporters and held us up and moved us forward, and you'll never know. I know that I haven't been an easy friend to be a friend with sometimes. I don't let go of a lot or give up a lot of control, but you took it when you needed it, and I gave it when I needed it. From going to fundraisers, from learning, most of you started running because of Joe, and walking and rolling and whatever we had to do to raise money and to spread the word about AT. Going to Disney World every year, which I think the kids are certainly going to enjoy in future years. For supporting anything crazy that we asked you to do. Brad Margus, the co-founder and the volunteer president of the AT Children's Project. Thank you for, I don't know where you are, I know you're here somewhere. Thank you for devoting your life to finding a treatment or a cure by establishing the Children's Project and being there 20 years ago on the other end of the phone when two distraught parents called after receiving the horrific news about our little boy. To the teachers and therapists in Fairfax County from Bush Hill Elementary, Poe Middle School, Pulley, and Falls Church High School who taught and worked with Joe and gave him a sense of belonging, community, and stability. After a year out, though, he really did want to go back to school until I reminded him about the 6:45 a.m. bus. To our Grace Church family, thank you for loving and caring for Joe and our whole family. And to Dave Buckley and Joe's Aunt Carolyn for getting Joe through confirmation and pulling out of him his love for God. The last thing Joe ever asked me to do for him this past week was to pray with him. I assure you, he was right with the Lord at the end. To his medical team from Virginia Pediatrics, don't worry, I've got it, it's going to end up here. Virginia Pediatrics, to his grown-up doctor, as Joe put it, Dr. Curl, for working so hard for 27 years to keep Joe healthy and to keep his mother calm. Dr. Crawford, Dr. Letterman, Nurse Jenny, and the AT Clinical Center at Johns Hopkins, thank you for giving us hope and guidance and loving care that we will never forget. To the very end, your compassion and dedication is unparalleled. Team 25, our Sean Podine, a group of big-hearted, crazy people led by their leader, hockey player Sean Podine, whose sole mission is to lighten the load of fragile kids and their parents. Joe was so proud to call you his friend, Sean. Thank you for loving my son as one of your own. Steve Shinbaum, thank you for being Joe's manager and agent. Sorry you never got your 10%. Getting Brad Paisley to record Joe's song and to bring him to Nashville twice to sit in Brad's house and studio and break bread with him and a really bad bottle of wine. Remember that? It was the highlight for Joe that he never got over and never stopped talking about. Ben, your love for Joe changed the trajectory of his life. You helped him be a confident man. He was so proud to be your friend. He loved you dearly. You provided moments in his life that he smiled about for weeks and weeks. When he would get down, we would just talk about what we had done or where we're going to go next, and it would lift him out. And that was the best medicine that he ever had. And for introducing him to Jennifer. And he might have liked her a little better, I don't know. A little bit. Maybe in a different way. Tim Tehan, it took our skeptical family a little while to believe that you were real. But after 10 years of picking Joe up almost every weekend and taking him to the movies and other places just to get away from his parents, we finally realized that you are one of the biggest-hearted men we have ever known. We will never be able to express our gratitude adequately to you for being Joe's friend. And Rocco, he loved you. You were his, you just showed him possibilities that he really never, ever imagined. He didn't get to a few of those, but he always knew that he could because you did, and you have lived your life the way Joe wanted to live his life. You're such a shining example for him and a support. And lastly, I left this one for last, my sweet Stacy. There is no better sister or daughter in the world than you. Oh crap, I can't see it on my bifocal. You had to grow up way too fast at 12, especially with a broken heart. You have been dads in my saving grace so many times, and I hope the hole in your heart heals with the love of your sweet children and your wonderful Jason. Joe was loved deeply and greatly, and he will always be remembered in our hearts, and that is all a mother and a father can ever ask for their child. Thank you.
I pray you'll be our eyes and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times that we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe. I pray we'll find your light and watch us from above as the stars go out each night, reminds us who we are. Let this be our prayer. When shadows fill our day, lead us to a place, guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe. A world where pain and sorrow will be ended, and every heart that's broken will be mended, and we'll remember we are all God's children, reaching out to touch you, reaching towards the sky. We ask that you be kind and watch us from above. Yeah. We hope each soul will find another soul to love. Let this be our prayer. When we lose our way, we need to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe. Need to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved. Thank you.
Strength for today and hope for tomorrow. I enjoyed the recent British Open Championship in Scotland because I am a Calvinist when it comes to golf. I believe golf should return to its roots. No caddy. You carry your own clubs and choose them as the need arises. If you get credit for the shot, it should be because of your skill. You play in all weather, safety permitting. Drizzling, too bad. Windy, deal with it. Bottom of a pot bunker, bring your best game. Scots know that golf mirrors life. The weather is unpredictable and unyielding, so you must adapt to it. The game is demanding on many levels, yet played one shot at a time. You can't always control where your ball lies, but you must control your response to that last shot. Finally, you never know how it ends until your final putt on the 18th green. Golf mirrors life. You have to have faith in yourself and your game, and yet remain respectfully humble in the face of difficulty and adversity and loss. A golfer's faith is strength for today and hope for tomorrow. As the recent pastor of this congregation, I first met Joe and his wonderful family as they returned to church upon learning that Joe had an inoperable, incurable, always fatal genetic disease. Mine was the joy of baptizing young Joe and his sister Stacy as they began their journey of faith among this grace-filled community of Christ's disciples. Slowly but surely, we discerned the ravages of disease upon Joe's adolescent body, but not his spirit. Joe had a wonderful sense of humor, fiendishly funny at times. He did not complain, did not demand special consideration, and hosted nary a pity party. Joe wanted to be treated just like everyone else, and he was. Attending confirmation class in 9th grade, Joe needed the mobility of a wheelchair. A church member's Eagle Scout project was to make an entrance ramp for the house next door so Joe could remain with his class. The ramp and plaque in honor of Joe are there still. At the end of that confirmation year, Joe chose to confirm the promises made at his baptism and claim Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. Now he belonged to God, and God is faithful. The confirmand's faith is strength for today and hope for tomorrow. Joe's disease continued. Its inexorable ravaging of his body. Diminishment came in stages.